I am Jessica Butts. Welcome to the Front Seat Life podcast, where I help you learn to be unapologetically who you are and live your life from the front seat through personal development, self-awareness, and real and raw conversations about life, love, and business. I'm a former psychotherapist and couples counselor turned author, speaker, coach, and lovingly, well, I hope so anyway, been nicknamed Jessica Kick Butts because I believe sometimes we need hand holding and sometimes we just need to be told the freaking truth, even if it hurts a little. So each week I'll be sharing truth bombs, life lessons, powerful interviews, and intuitive insights to empower you to get up, show up, and live your life in a new, powerful, authentic way. So if you're ready to climb into your front seat and embark on a journey of total transformation, you have come to the right place. Start your engines. Let's do this. All right. Hello, Front Seat Lifers. It is your host, Jessica Butts, and I am coming to you hoarse, a little bit exhausted, and full of love and excitement. I am in Laguna Beach. I just literally got done this morning with my mastermind with Kate Northrup. She is my coach for 2020. And I lugged all of my equipment down to Laguna Beach because I knew that something would come out of this week that I would want to share with you guys. And of course, that happened. So I lugged my stuff. It's in the evening. I'm having a glass of wine. I'm pretty exhausted, but I'm also high. I think there's got to be a word for that. Like, I don't know what the word is in between exhaustion and elation. Right? Is there not a word for that? Like, send me a DM on Instagram or something. I don't know what that word is. By the way, I'm Front Seat Life on Instagram. And that's how I'm feeling right now. I've got all the buzzy feelings. I've got all the things going around. And I knew that something amazing would come from this that would be an excellent podcast for all of you listeners that love all the stuff that I have to talk about with personality type. And of course, that did happen. So, that is why I am doing this kind of exhausted, hoarse. Poor James, my podcast editor, is going to have to edit out all my throat clearings because I've just been talking and excited and all the things for 3 days. So I want to share with you my big takeaways from the 3 days with my mastermind. Again, it was with Kate Northrup and 10 awe-inspiring, incredible women. I was very humbled to be in the presence of these women. And Kate brought in a guest speaker last night, and that was the one, the only Amy freaking Porterfield. So it was kind of over the top moment. I mean, we were all shitting our pants a little bit, like, you know, we're all fangirls. We all follow her. She and Stu McLaren are probably the two. So Fabienne Fredrickson was my first huge impact on my business because she helped me learn how to run groups. And then I would say it probably went straight to Kate Northrup. If I'm being honest, I did groups very successfully. I'm still doing them for about 4 years. And then I learned about courses by Amy Porterfield. And then Stu McLaren really taught me the success path and tribes and memberships and how to love on your followers and all the things. So shout out to all those people. And then I hired Kate because as a strong super J personality type that most of you know that I am, I need to work on being, not doing. And Kate's whole methodology as a beautiful woman, business owner, entrepreneur is do less. So she wrote a book called Do Less. And as I started following her work, I thought, I could probably use a little bit of this into my life. So that's the background as I get into wow, my voice is a real jacked up mess. Excuse me. Thank you for everyone who's going to sit through this. I will make it a short one just because I'm about to lose my voice and you probably don't want to hear this, but today's topic is a juicy one. And I don't know what I'm going to title this because, I talk about a lot of the same content, which is actually what, Amy tells us to do. It's like, do the thing that's not the title of this or the point of it, but do the thing you're going to do in your business and do it to perfection. And then do it again, and then do it again, and then do it again until you die, basically, or retire. And so I'm taking that note. I will be doing Front Seat Life, summer school, entrepreneurial school, and that's it. Like, I'm going to be doing those kinds of things moving forward until I die, which I'm very excited about because I could do it until the day I die with a smile on my face. I would probably do it for free. So that's always good. Again, not the point of this, but I was very struck last night. We went to dinner together, the 10 of us, Kate, her husband, and Amy Porterfield. And as Amy was speaking to us, so she came in about 5 p.m. and she spent 90 minutes with us just getting super real. I'm not going to share anything she shared with us because that's just inappropriate and, we got to keep it in the vault. But what I will tell you is as I was watching these two very successful, powerful, strong women with very different personality types, it struck me as I was looking around the room of these 10 women, all different types. And in particular, Kate is an ENFJ, and she's either perfected the being so much so that her J is not as strong as mine, or she possibly is a slight J and has some P tendencies because we have pretty different energy, to be honest. And so Kate sitting there as an ENFJ, ENFP, and Amy is a very strong ISFJ. So they share the feeler and they share somewhat the J. However, Amy's J is off the charts. Mine is off the charts. And Kate's is she's either done a brilliant job of owning her beingness, which she certainly has. It's her brand, all of that. But I, again, was so struck by how two different women and 12 different women, basically, because, everybody in that room is amazing, was amazing. We're all amazing in our own right, having our different types. How much we need to own who we are and not try to be like anybody else other than who we are. Can I get my own? So there was a little frenetic energy as Amy was kind of talking about her numbers, which she shares on her podcast about what she makes and all the things she's doing and how she does it. And I will actually share a personal story too. One of my mastermind partners, she is an ENFJ. And again, Amy is an ISFJ. So an introvert, a sensor, which is the big part of my podcast, is talking about the difference between sensors and intuitives. So, my friend is an intuitive. I'm an intuitive, Amy's an intuitive, and every 9 out of the 10 women there at the mastermind are also intuitives. So going back to the story real quick, my friend was going to do a webinar, and she's a total ENFJ, off the cuff, just like I am. Her podcast is a lot like this. It's real, fun and kind of just inspirational, and she brings you great truth tips. And she was getting ready to do a webinar based off of Amy's DCA, her Digital Course Academy, which is brilliant. But it's her methodology is her own methodology. It's very S methodology. And so we got into this anyway. So my friend was saying, oh, I'm going to do this thing, and I've got the script, and I've got my notes, and I've got like a teleprompter. And I said, whoa, 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 whoa. If you, as an ENFJ, try to do this webinar like Amy Porterfield, you're not going to be your awesome self. I don't want to tell who it is, but because some of you know who she is. I don't want you to go do that thing without being yourself, right? It would have been that would be like me trying to do this scripted. And we're all different. That's the whole point of this podcast, is I wanted to bring you some real life examples of two awesomely powerful women, and then again, other powerful women, and how we have the same systems. Like, again, we're building the list, we're doing the webinars, we're launching, we're doing courses, we have groups, we're coaching, we have podcasts. It's the same stuff, but we have to do it our own way. We have to do it our own way based on our personality type. So this is what I do as a living too, is I coach other awesome entrepreneurs. I mean, I'm getting back into some life coaching and personal development. So stay tuned for that. It's coming in April. But this is about this unbelievable ability to understand our differences, own them, and then be unapologetic about it. Again, my whole hashtag, my whole thing is be unapologetically who you are. So that's one example of watching my friend. And I told her that, and she thanked me. I mean, she was like, oh my God. You're so right. I would have come off weirdly scripted. Again, Amy Porterfield is amazing and her podcast is amazing, but it's very scripted. She's fairly scripted because it's just who she is, and she's fucking brilliant at it, and she's making $1 gazillion at it. So there's no right or wrong way. It's just we have to know our own way. Hey, front seat lifers, do you have a question about this podcast? You must, because I do this all the time. I am an avid reader, an avid personal development person, and an avid podcast listener. And I'm always listening to podcasts and being like, gosh, I really wish I could ask this person a question about this content. And I have the answer for you about that. So if you are listening, if you're loving the content, which I certainly hope you are, the way that you can get involved further and ask me an actual question, and I will respond directly to your question, is in the Front Seat Squad. It's at jessicabutts.com/squad. jessicabutts.com/squad. And it will take you directly to a free private Facebook group where I do this kick-ass monthly happy hour. I'm having a drink. Hopefully you're having some sort of drink, tea, water, wine, whiskey, whatever you're doing. And join us where I am answering all of your questions once a month live, where we can connect and I see your questions. It was absolutely brilliant, and they will continue to be brilliant throughout the year. So if you want to ask questions, you want like-minded people, you want to learn more, by the way, there's also a ton of free videos in there. We've set up units so you can watch videos from past years. Who are you? Where are you going? How are you going to get there? It's basically the one-stop shopping for all things getting started with your personality type, front seat life, all the things. So go get yourself a spot in there. I can't wait to see you. We're welcoming new members every single week. And then the monthly happy hours are just really quite too much fun for this. All right, I'll see you there. Bye. So again, for example, Amy and Kate are these totally wickedly different personality types. And Kate and a lot of the women actually at the mastermind were talking about getting bored. And intuitive types, this is our thing. We get bored. And so Amy was saying, and again, I don't think I'm sharing anything too personal, but Amy was saying like, no. You just rinse and repeat. Like you just stick to the thing and you do the thing over and over and over again. And Kate was like, oh my God, no. Oh my God, no. Oh my God, no. I don't like, and I had multiple one-on-one conversations with the other intuitive women that were there, these entrepreneurs. Like, this is who we are, right? And what it also shows that all entrepreneurs don't have to be intuitives, because an Amy Porterfield is an ISFJ slaying this industry, absolutely slaying this industry. But again, we've got to do it our own way. So if Amy would have tried to do it the Kate way, or Kate would have tried to do it the Amy way, it doesn't come off authentic. And so Kate was so like, I just want to do all the things. I get bored. I want to play. I want to try new things. I want to do different things. And so many of the women in the room are like, oh my God, yes. Like, this is so me. I get bored. We need spontaneity. We need creativity. We need all the new fun avenues to just play and do what we need to do. And then Amy again is like, no. I don't have that. I just don't have that. And so as a type expert, a Myers-Briggs type expert specifically, which they're also helping me realize, like, I don't talk about that enough. Why? I have no idea. So stay tuned. I will be sharing way more about personality type because it is my love. If I could do anything until the day I die other than hang out with the people that I love, it would be talking about personality type. So, I think I do a good job of that, but I'm going to be doing even a better job of it in the coming weeks. So stay tuned. Coming years. I shouldn't say weeks, coming years. And so I want to give you a resource, first of all. So I have a freebie. I'm giving away a lot of freebies on the podcast because I want you to have something tangible to take away. Like, I'm a tangible person. I like to learn, but I also like me some spreadsheets, right? Like, not spreadsheets, forms. I like to have something to play with and touch and put in my journal. So I've got a giveaway today, a freebie. It's jessicabutts.com/ if anyone listened to the podcast last week, I was scolded that it's not /, it's /. And I was like, again, as an intuitive type, fucking don't give me the details. Apparently it's /. Amy Porterfield would never get that wrong, by the way, because that's what a censor would do. Details, structure, would not make that mistake. I made it for over a year. So that's funny. So jessicabutts.com / me. M-E. That's it. And it's oh my God, I love this sheet so much, actually. It's something that this is what I used to do as a couples counselor. I would tell my couples to fill the sheet out. It's got love languages, your personality type, your core values, all the cute things about yourself, basically like who you are unapologetically. And I had them put it up on the refrigerator as a couples to remind themselves of not only this is who I am, but this is how I need to treat this person that I love. So I'm asking you to do the same thing. I'm asking you to either go get it. And if you're single, I don't live with anybody. Put it in your journal, read it every day, put it up on your vision board. If you're in a relationship, put it up on your, refrigerator so your partner can see it. But I want people to start owning this stuff because one of the biggest killers of creativity is comparison. And as I was finishing up the last couple of days with this mastermind, looking around this room and thinking, if any of these women were trying to be anybody else in this room, and again, we're high enough level that we're not doing that anymore. But I would say when I first started out, or potentially some of my girl bosses, and I think we do a lot of comparison. When we're trying to do something like somebody else and not like ourselves, we are just absolutely killing our creativity. 1000%. There are people that I'm sure hate my podcast because I'm not like Amy Porterfield. And there's people who don't maybe like hers, which would be hard to believe because it's so great, but would not love hers because it's maybe too scripted. And so we've got to just own who we are. And so that freebie, I think, will really help. I will say too, I don't mean this as a plug or salesy at all. I mean, it can't be salesy because it's free, but if you are wanting to know more, like if you're just starting on this journey or you want to continue this journey, I have so many free resources in the squad. This is my jam. This is my BHAG. My big, hairy, audacious goal is, again, I want to die talking about personality type. And I want people to start understanding these crazy, amazing differences about themselves and what makes them unique. And so anyway, it's Front Seat Squad on Facebook. There's also a freebie or a landing page for that if it's easier for you than to go look in Facebook. Sometimes I get real overwhelmed, all the groups. It's jessicabutts.com / squad, and that will take you there as well. So either one of those, but there's 60 free videos in there. There's who are you? Where are you going? How are you going to get there? Introversion, extroversion, all the things. Because what amazes me is how many people still don't know about type and then don't use it. So again, there's a lot of tools, but I swear to God, I really, truly, honestly believe Myers-Briggs is the best tool. It's why I've created a whole system around it. Because there's women that when we were doing hot seats and I was, giving some feedback, and there was moments where I was like, oh, this is too obvious. Like, I don't want to tell them about their personality type because I'm sure they're going to be like, well, duh. And I would say something that was innate about who they are and so beautiful about who they are, their creativity and their brainstorming ability and their need and want for variety and spontaneity in their life and their business. And I would say it, and it was almost like bring tears to their eyes, or they would look at me like, oh my God, that's so true. Like, how do you know that? And I just thought, my God, I've got to do better on my mission. I've got to do better on my mission to help people understand this in a way that allows us to show up and be unapologetically who we are. There's a woman in the group that, she's just a serial entrepreneur and she wants to be. It keeps her alive, but yet there's a lot of shame around it for her. And I wanted to alleviate some of that shame because she's an ENFP and it's totally her jam. It's who she is. It's what she wants to do, is have variety and freedom and spontaneity. And when we understand this thing about ourselves that is innate, it is how we were born into this world. It is black and white. It is factual data. When we can step into that and own it for the first time in our lives, it's such an unbelievable game changer. Because again, if Kate's trying to be like Amy, or Amy's trying to be like Kate, or I'm trying to be like them, or any of it, we leave and we muffle who we really are, and the world needs who we really are. So that was actually I was right about where I wanted it today, because again, my voice is a wonky, conky, crazy mess. I can actually hear the frog in it. Like, it just wants to come out. So I'm going to go rest my voice. I love you guys so stinking much. It's unbelievable. I love your Instagram messages. I love your freaking reviews on, iTunes. I love you guys getting into the squad. I love it. I love it. I love it. So here's the deal. Go get your freebies, jump in the squad, and then I'm going on a rampage. I'm going on a rampage that I want to spread this message. So I'm going to be putting myself out there even more freebies, more offers, because I want us all to be able to show up and be unapologetically who we are. So love you guys. Stay tuned. There's some badass stuff coming in the next couple of weeks. I'm going to start throwing in some type tips into each of the episodes so you can get a quick little nugget of juiciness around all the other juiciness. So have a wonderful, wonderful week. Again, going to go rest my voice, heading home to beautiful Seattle. Well, again, I'm at the Laguna Beach today, decompressing. I'm like, why do I not live here? I love you, Seattle, but oh my God, it's gorgeous here. All right, guys, see you next week. From the bottom of my heart, truly, thank you so much for listening. I know that you have a ton of options, and the fact that you are taking time to listen to the Front Seat Life podcast means absolutely everything to me. If you're interested in learning more about the Front Seat Life way of life in the community, there's a couple ways that you can do that. First is always starting with your personality assessment tool. It's available on my website at jessicabutts.com. It's totally free, and it will help you figure out your personality type so you'll have some idea of what we're talking about. Next is, if you're interested in hiring me for a keynote or some coaching or strategy days or the fabulous and amazing Front Seat Life community, you can find out all about all of that at jessicabutts.com. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you next time.